Okay, let's see. So you've been very focused on that career, trying to climb up that career ladder here, and it's been very difficult. There's been a lot of struggles. You've been employing a lot of your creativity to make things happen, but it's been a slow climb for you, and you are still very focused. You've been dealing with a lot of problems as well at work, so this has been something that you're very focused on. You want to reach the top, but it is taking a little bit of time, and there are some obstacles that you have to face. You've been getting a bit of some of the advice that you've been receiving is not been so good. You've got this person giving the other person pretty bad advice, really. So somebody's been, giving you advice, but it's not come to fruition, or it's not been really very good advice. And that may have caused a little bit of loss, or may have even presented more problems for you to deal with when you're trying to sort things out, because this advice was not really good. Now, you have been spending a lot of time studying. You are trying to get, you're trying to persevere. You're trying to move forward. You are spending a lot of time by yourself, trying to make this happen. Like I said, a lot of studying going on over here, trying to get things done, and maybe working a lot by yourself. Being very, very independent, working to a lot of deadlines, trying to get this job done and overcome these obstacles. So in the past, you have been dealing with a lot of problems. You got problems appearing from everywhere, whichever way you turn. It seems like once you sort something out, something else comes along. There's been some financial problems as well, and it's meant that you have to watch your finances quite carefully. So whatever somebody told you, or whatever advice you received, was not really very savory, or not really very good. There was some deceit that was involved in over here. Maybe they were jealous of you and wanted to bring your downfall, because it seemed, this is the horse of Troy, and there were lots of people hidden within that horse, even though it was presented to that city as a gift. So maybe, it turned out to be, bad for that city, because it brought down that city. So the whole thing is that, whatever this person has been giving, whatever advice you've received has mean maybe they've had hidden agendas, and they've been trying to, put a spanner in the works, or trying to trip you up and prevent you from succeeding at what you were doing. And that's been going on in the past. So going on into the future, there are people that will give you some good advice, and you need to seek it out. It might be some professional advice that you need to take in order for you to move forward. Now, this might be somebody who's very experienced, so you need to ignore all the other bits that you've been getting and actually focus on this in order for you to move forward. There is somebody that is very wise, or somebody who knows what they're talking about, and they'll be able to advise you to move forward. So ignoring everything else, you're going to have to get some proper advice. Make sure you know who you're getting that advice from. Just don't take anything anybody says. You might have to seek out legal, or you might have to seek out some expert advice in order for you to move forward. This is making plans for travel. So this particular project is taking off, or whatever you're doing is taking off. You might be doing some business travel, and you might be making some plans at the moment. Quite detailed plans, maybe for expansion as well, and to take you to gather a broader audience, but you're definitely working with somebody, collaborating with somebody, and you are making plans to expand whatever you're doing. Quite detailed plans as well. But you will only get that off the ground if you get proper sound advice, and that's very, very necessary in this situation. So those are the energies for those 2 weeks. So I'm using the Pagan Tarot for the main read. So you have a plan, or you have some kind of project that you want to bring into fruition. So this is the elemental of wands. So this is taking the energy of the Ace of Wands and putting it into action. So you're being very proactive about what you're doing. You do want to expand your horizons and take it to a broader audience, really, and do something very, very different. So that energy, you're being very proactive about it. You're putting forth this energy, and you are actually implementing this idea that you have in your head. So you're very focused on it as well. And you've got the world card over here, and this is being very, very focused. Like I said, expanding your horizons, moving out, and you've got some kind of message or some kind of product that you want to give to the world. This is also about traveling and taking control of the situation. It's something that you're an expert in, and only you can actually do it. So you've got something to give, and it's going to, whatever you do is going to be very successful. You've got that Nine of Cups over there, being very satisfied at the outcome, and money coming in, and a lot of learning coming in. The world card is completing that, and everything, achieving the goals that you set out. So you've got some big plans in your head that you want to bring out, and you are going to be working on that and making that very successful as well, because the Nine of Cups talks about this wish fulfillment. So taking that message to a broader audience and being very successful at it as well. You've spent a lot of time learning. This has not come easy for you. You've got the Eight of Pentacles over here. So you've been very, very focused on your work. You've learned a lot of things. You've had a lot of communication with a lot of people, and you're very, very expert at what you're doing as well, and in charge of a lot of things as well. So being very, very busy in the past. But it's all taken its toll on you. You are very, very stressed out. Maybe you're very worried that things won't succeed. You are making some plans for the future over here, but you are needing to take a bit of a rest, some downtime, because that stress is getting to you a little bit. So maybe you're not sleeping well, but you do need you need to take some time out to get that rest. And if you're having stress related illnesses, a time to heal as well. There might have been some problems with communication of your ideas as well, so you're now sitting and looking at everything very logically and trying to make detailed plans. So you've got the Nine of Wands. You've been dealing with a lot of problems. So all these problems have in itself had an effect on you as well. So, things seem to have stalled for a little bit, and, you've been needing to get some kind of guidance. You're waiting for some kind of information to come in, or some kind of guidance or some kind of assistance to help you move forward. So you've got the Judgment card over here. So a decision will be made by you. You might need to follow a different route. Do something in a different way. Go back to the past, review whatever has not worked for you, and now change it and move forward. So a need for you to go back and do some research, actually, and find out what didn't work out, so that you can plan ahead and move forward. So you're being given the second chance to do this particular project, and you will be able to move forward. It looks like you're also going to need to get some of that expert advice. Have somebody that is not involved in the situation tell you how to go about doing it, or somebody who has got a lot of experience in dealing with this kind of problem in order for you to move forward. So you want to make the decision to move forward, but that information is being kept from you. So you are missing some vital piece of information, so that you can't make a decision on what to do next. And this has stalled everything. So something needs to come to light in order for this cycle of stagnancy to move forward. So this is the end of the moon phase over here, so end of a cycle over here. So you need some kind of missing information, and you need to research this in order for you to move forward, in order for you to make that decision on what to do to move forward. You've got the Eight of Chalices. You want to leave all these problems behind and move away from it, and move into something. You're following your own path right now, and you want to leave behind things that are not serving you, people that are not serving you, maybe people that are causing a little bit of chaos in your life, or situations that are causing chaos in your life, and moving on. The Eight of Cups is also about maybe traveling. This is what you want to do. Maybe you're feeling too stuck in this particular situation, and you want to move away from it. Maybe there were lots of dramas and lots of problems, and you just want to deal. You don't want to deal with it. You just want to walk away from it. You've got the Five of Wands, so it does seem like there are people that you're dealing with that are very competitive, and you are having problems with them, and it looks like you want to leave all those problems behind and go. It seems like you've done sufficient learning or sufficient studying for that particular post. You are pretty, you know what you want, and you want to take that information and move forward, and not deal with all these obstacles or people that are causing challenge, these challenging people that you are working with. You don't really want to deal with them anymore. So you've got the Elder of Wands over here, the Hanged Man, and the Hermit. So the Elder of Wands is about somebody around you that's very experienced, very knowledgeable, and that person can give you a helping hand or assist you in moving forward. So they have got some kind of experience or some kind of information that they're holding on to that you need from them. So you need to get this off them. In other words, you need to ask them for some advice and assistance. If this is professional advice, you need to go and get it rather than expecting it to come and fall in your lap. So it's about being proactive and actively seeking that information. And it looks like this person will help you out. And with this energy of the wands, you'll be able to move forward with this missing piece of information. Even here with this Two of Swords, it looks like information is missing, and you need that in order for you to move forward. You are feeling very, very much, very tied up. You can see maybe the people that you're working with are providing are more an obstacle rather than a help to you, and they're preventing you from actually making those big changes or big decisions. Something is holding you back. Something is keeping you. There's something that you're not seeing. There's some information that has not come to light yet, and you're feeling pretty stuck and pretty frustrated in that particular situation, and it's calling for you to refocus and on that particular job and go and do some research. So you need to analyze that situation and do some in-depth research and find out what it is that you are missing, and also get this advice from this person or get this information from this person, the Elder of Wands, who has that bit of information that you need. So you're going to have to do a little bit more research in order for you to move forward and achieve the goal that you want. Unfortunately, once you get that piece of information, you'll be able to make a decision, and you will be able to, break the cycle of being stuck, and you'll be able to move forward. Okay, so I'm just going to draw some cards from the Fairy Tarot, and this is for the Oracle read. So the Unity card is the Hierophant card, and this is again about information and getting advice. So do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. So there is a need for you to analyze that whole situation again. There's a piece of missing information that you need. You either have to get it from somebody, because the Hierophant is also somebody that gives good advice or gives good information, or maybe do that research as well. Go and find that information that you need in order for you to move forward. So it's all about something that's missing that needs to come to light, and you need to make it come to light by doing the research in order for you to move forward. And even in this card over here, you can see with the Nine of Wands, this man's holding onto a book. So there's some kind of information that they're either keeping it away from you, or something that you have not realized that you need in order for you to move forward. You've got the Strength card over here, which says grace and inner strength are needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. So you need to take authority in that situation, and you need to be very determined, take control of this situation and be very proactive. The Strength card is talking about, having that mental capacity to deal with any kind of challenges. You can't be a lightweight in this. You've got to very, push forward, really, and don't take any, if anybody gives you any negative feedback, you need to ignore it and move forward. And the Moon is powerful intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear and understanding the truth of the situation. So there is something that is missing. The Moon usually hides things. The light is never clear in the Moon. It's a bit of a liar. So some information does need to come to light for you to move forward. So you can rely on your intuition, but it's also, that you have to go and do that research and find it out. Seek the truth. So you've got to be an active seeker of that piece of information. And also stop worrying about things. So maybe when you relax, let it go. Let all that unnecessary worry and fear go. This information will be presented to you and come to light. So you've got 3 major arcana cards. This is something big that you are doing. It's going to bring a lot of change. You've got the World card as the first card. So it's going to have some kind of impact, some kind of big impact. Whatever you're doing, but you are missing that piece of information, and you need to go and find out. You need to do some research, and you need to speak to the correct authorities in that particular field in order for you to make things move, and in order for you to get out of this energy of the Hanged Man. So something big that you're doing, but you do need to get that information in order for you to move forward and progress as far as your career goes. And you need to leave any kind of drama behind. So, anybody that's not serving you, rather walk away from them. Don't expend your energies. Rather focus on trying to find out what you need to do in order for you to move forward. So you might have to look at it from a different angle, a different perspective. The Hangman is also looking at things from a really different point of view. And you are being given this time in order for you to view things from a different perspective. So the Hangman is a very important card, because although the energy seems stuck, it's time for you to gather all your thoughts now and start looking at things outside of the box. And maybe this is why things don't seem to be moving right now, because the universe is giving you an opportunity to view things from a different angle in order for you to make this big move. Because whatever you're bringing forth is going to bring about big changes, big revelations to a lot of people. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you, and best of luck. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.